Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial on how to fix a no screen or black screen issue on a Nintendo Switch, or when you're not getting any signal when your Switch is connected directly to your TV. So the first thing we need to consider is where the problem lies in the system. So one of the pieces is likely not working and we need to determine which one it is. So the ones we need to consider are the TV, the Switch dock, the HDMI cable, the AC adapter for the Switch, and the Switch itself. The secret to this is considering which part it is without ruling out one part 100%, because sometimes it is the least likely part of the system. So the best thing to do first is to wiggle your connections, make sure they're tight and making contact. If that's the case, ensure this Switch's AC adapter is plugged directly into the wall. Nintendo says it might not work as intended if it's plugged into a power bar or other splitter. When plugging cables into the dock, ensure you plug in the AC adapter first and then the HDMI. If you do unplug the AC adapter at any point, when you plug the AC adapter back in, make sure that you plug the AC adapter in when the HDMI is not connected, so you connect AC first and then HDMI. And just ensure the TV is connected to the correct source. Usually on the back of the TV, it will tell you which source mode you're using, but you can also disconnect any other things using HDMI, and it should be the only source highlighted on your TV. So Nintendo's recommendation to fix this issue is to cycle the power. So power off the TV, connect all cables from the Switch dock, reset the AC adapter by disconnecting it from both ends for at least 30 seconds. You can also wait upwards of 5 minutes. Connect the AC adapter back to the dock, directly to the wall outlet, then the HDMI connection to the dock, and then to the HDMI port. That is the order recommended by Nintendo. So you can then power on the TV, place the Switch in the console with the correct orientation. You should see a green light on the Switch, and hopefully you'll have picture of the TV. If you still don't have picture, this has not been successful. The recommendation Nintendo has for this, though, is to ensure you're using genuine Nintendo products. They cannot guarantee the success of docking or the success with third-party products, such as a third-party dock or a third-party AC adapter. The other recommendations I have is to try using a different HDMI port on the TV, use a different HDMI cable, use a different TV altogether, or use a different dock if you have a friend with a Switch dock. Weirdly, I tried 5 TVs and only one of them worked. I bought a new HDMI cable, a 4K Ultra HD one, and it worked on all of my TVs. So obviously something was wrong with my cable, or even though it worked on one TV, it didn't work on the rest. So consider buying a new HDMI cable if you're having troubles. It's a quick, easy fix and it can save you some time. And then you have a new one. It doesn't hurt ever to have new cables. So another possible switch is within the Switch settings. Travel to the home screen on the Switch, select system settings, scroll down to TV settings, and there's 2 things you can do. The first one is turn off match TV power state. What this does is when your Switch goes to sleep, the TV will go to sleep, but if it's not supported by the TV, it may cause the TV to sleep even when the Switch is on. So feel free to turn that off. And the other successful thing people found was if they lowered the TV resolution settings on the Switch, they had success making the TV work. So the most common one I found was 720, but you can feel free to use the other resolution settings on the Switch to see if it will work with your TV. So other fixes I found was perform a hard reset of the Switch. So press and hold the power button for 20 to 30 seconds. That should hard reset the Switch, and sometimes will fix the issue. Updating your Switch to the latest settings never hurts. So these can be found in the system settings. And making sure that when you dock the Switch, you're docking it with the correct orientation. And my advice is always just to look for the green light on the Switch dock. If you don't have a green light on your Switch dock, your Switch is not docked correctly. And another recommendation people said helped them was unplug everything for an hour and then reconnect all the connections again. And some people said it worked after that. These are my final fixes. They're very last resort probably less likely to work. Some people found that resetting their TV to factory default settings did fix the switch dock issue. But the only caveat I have here is that you might lose any saved password, apps, files, or settings on your smart TV. So I recommend this as a last resort. Lastly, someone had an odd fix but it did seem to work for them, so I wanted to include it. When they plugged in just their switch, the TV would not detect it. If they plugged a laptop into a different port, they switched the source of the laptop, the TV would detect the laptop, and then if they switched to the HDMI of the switch, it would detect the switch. As long as it detected the laptop first, it would detect the switch afterwards. So it's worth a shot if none of these fixes worked for you. So give it a try. Feel free to post in the comments if you have any questions or concerns, and I'll feel free to address them. Or if you come up with any other fixes, I'm sure the community would love it. Feel free to subscribe for more fix videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.